Come closer. Listen. From this perch, this altar of gears and stone, I will tell you how he achieved this glorious emptiness. I will tell you of the kingdom of the void and the surgical triumph that birthed it. This is not a history. It is a sermon. You see? Right here. I am the very needle of that clock. The old world's mechanical ticking, that frantic, pointless race to the grave, it's over. Time itself has bled out, and what's left is a perfect, silent, abyssal eternity. The age of man is dust. The age of the void is now.
So, how did we achieve this magnificent hollowing? It wasn't some clumsy act of war. No, this was a work of art, a procedure of surgical grace. Allow me to explain how we so carefully, so precisely, unmade the human soul to make room for a more vital truth.
Think of all your history. Every prayer, every law, every whispered hope for mercy. It was all just a prologue, a children's story, and now it's over. From up here, I can see the old morality for what it is. A useless, shed skin, cracked and drying on the cobblestones. The first true act is only now beginning.
Every great work needs a foundation, but our foundation wasn't built with stone or prayer. Oh no, it was set with a pure and perfect poison. It all started with a single, symbolic cut. The first incision, you might say, designed to let the abyss bleed directly into the soil of your world. Let me walk you through it. It was 3 a.m., the devil's hour, naturally. Our master, the adversary, rose and claimed a ruined cathedral. He didn't rebuild it. He celebrated its decay, turning it into his laboratory. And there, he performed the key ritual. 7 vials of so-called righteous blood mixed with a demonic essence. This created the anchor, a substance that wove the very malice of the pit into the world's foundation. And that brings us to a fundamental truth. A pristine church full of false hope and empty promises, that is a lie, a building of lies, but a ruin, hollowed out, broken, open to the void. Now that is honest architecture. It perfectly reflects the true, empty nature of all things. But an anchor needs agents, doesn't it? A philosophy needs its prophets. My master knew this, and so he began to forge instruments, a new breed of saint, to spread this worldly wisdom. And he started with me. You see, there are 2 of us, primarily. Myself, the tarantula preacher, forged from a man who hid his piety, and a stone gargoyle who knew only truth. I became the voice, the venom. My counterpart, the anchored witch, is the silent pulse of our new world. She was initiated with a substance that ties her to primal, atavistic power. I speak, and she is. Together, we are the transformation. Now, let's be very clear. So many get this wrong. We did not come to destroy. We came to perfect. What we offered was a refining fire meant to burn away the weakness you mistook for goodness. This wasn't demolition. It was art. The principle is what I call surgical malice. It's not the clumsy, random chaos of a lesser being. No, this is the precise, careful application of cruelty, like a surgeon's scalpel. We use it to cut away the cataracts of faith that have blinded you, to expose the coiled, vital, primal strength that has always been waiting within. Your old morality was a long, winding, safe road that led only to a cage. My wisdom is far more efficient. You must understand, the shortest path to the self is often a crooked and dangerous line through the dark. It is the only path worth walking for a spirit that wishes to be free. And all of this philosophy, it had to be revealed, not in a dusty church, but in the heart of your world, the marketplace. We turned it into a threshing floor for the soul, a place where humanity would finally be redeemed, not by grace, but by a new, predatory light. The first thing we did was replace your sun. Your old sun was a comforting lie, wasn't it? A gentle light for a flock of sheep. In its place, we gave you the hollow sun. And this is not just a star, it is a psychic scalpel. Its predatory radiance doesn't warm you, it flays you. It strips away the ego, the fragile costume of the eye, and exposes the raw, beautiful truth of the void within. And under this harsh new light, the revelation was a sight to behold. First, the hollow sun blazed into existence. Then, From the very stones of the market, a new altar erupted, a magnificent statue of our draconic master. And finally, for the consecration, we took your 7 most pious saints and remade them into something far more honest. 7 demonic gargoyles.
And what of those who clung to their old ways? We simply branded them with the rune of righteous sin. The beautiful irony is that their own suffocating morality condemned them. They weren't cast out by our power, but by their own pathetic inability to evolve. Which brings us back to now, to this moment. The transformation is complete. The being you once feared as an ancient foe in the shadows is now your open master, ruling benevolently under his new predatory son.
But do you understand? Everything I've just told you, the anchor, the agents, the glorious remaking of your village, that was merely Act 1. The prologue is, at long last, gloriously concluded. The real work is about to begin.
So, what are the new laws of this reality? They are simple. The strong have inherited the earth. Your primal instincts are the new engine of progress. The only true path is the one you carve yourself through the shadow. Mercy is a useless sloth skin. And this world, this marketplace, is now and forever the kingdom of the void.
And what of my role in all this? I am a monument, a living testament. My presence is the permanent night made manifest in the scarlet and sovereign dawn of the dragon. I am the anchored shadow that this new light can never, ever erase. So I end my sermon with a question for you. With your old, useless morality surgically removed, with that snakeskin finally sloughed away, what shimmering, vital, predatory truth have you yet to reveal? The scalpel has done its work. Now, show me what you really are.